Right, it's about that time again, right? To jump back into So Dungeon 2. So, what's the game plan? Well, I want to plan out a full speedrun of the game. Well, full, probably not the right word. An all bosses speedrun of the game, right? So going from Dimension 1 all the way to the Warrior Dimension, right? And then also doing the Primal Lands, first 1,000 floors so that we can fight Gaia. But we need to figure stuff out, right? Because so far, from previous testing, my estimates are about 10 hours, right? If we can cut that down, I might be able to figure out, a time to actually sit down and do it all in one go on stream, which would be fantastic, right? Because then I can put my name over all the leaderboards for So Dungeon 2, and that'd be fantastic. But we do have to test, and we also have to derust, right? Because I haven't touched the game in a while, I haven't touched it in a speed sense in even longer, right? So, yeah, we're going to start off just basically doing a trial speedrun, right? We'll just take it one dimension at a time. We'll think about what exactly we have to do in each dimension, and then I'll take some notes probably at the end or while I'm editing, and then I can type it all up and have a proper, guide for what to do for doing it all in one sitting. But anyway, let's head into the first dimension, right? So, nice and simple. The Dimension 1 speedrun is basically the same as the any percent, because any farming that you'd want to do is going to be done in Dimension 2 or 3, because you have access to the magic clock, right? So Dimension 1 I can just handle as I normally would, and I do own the world record, right? 26 minutes, I think it was, but we're not going to get close to that. Again, I have to derust. I have to remember a lot of strategies too. I also have to sort of think if there's anything else we can tweak about it, right? But yeah, so this will mainly be like a testing playthrough. We're still going to do it relatively quickly, right? Hopefully around 10 hours in total to get to the Warrior Dimension, then clear the Primal Lands. But we'll have to see, right? Anyway, so here is the tutorial section of Dimension 1. Basically just a whole bunch of clicking. You know where to put the mouse, you're nice and happy. I need the OK, which is like down here, I think. No, I think it's here, then there. Yeah, I got a lot to remember. Come on. Click through, there's the OKs, there's the accept, higher. Yeah, so if you know where to click, you can get into the dungeon pretty quickly. Right, and then we have to basically sit through the tutorial where the So Junkie's going to talk after each round. Basically, we just have the mouse center. We can spam click, and that will take care of all the dialogue. We'll lose to the mini-boss. And then it's just about basically racking up gold and unlocking everything we need to unlock. So the blacksmith, the wizard tower to warp, and then, of course, mystics, since mystics are by far the most overpowered class in the early game, especially for Dimension 1. So, there's our first loss. We can go back in the tavern. Higher. Then go. Now, I think it's actually quicker to turn auto off and exit rather than playing through this, right? We could technically go to the mini-boss and get a wooden sword, but I think it's slightly quicker if we leave early. Turn in our quests, talk to you, upgrade, we have to buy that upgrade, and then we have to buy that upgrade, but then we can go back and grab another set of stalls, just because we want to reach certain intervals of patrons, right? So the first would be 3 patrons for about level 10 and level 20, right? In fact, I think you can do the boss on 10 with 3 easily, but then you want to do the boss on 20 with 4, right? Otherwise you won't have enough damage to survive. I also want to clear this guy over and over again because he is nice and helpful. He always consistently drops a wooden sword, which is super useful because it is a nice upgrade, right? And then we get the carpenter. He'll make us build his workshop. We'll get the free gold. We can then turn the quest again. And we don't actually want to hire carpenters just yet, but we do want to upgrade both of them. So carpenters, while being strong and obviously filling up the party, cost us 10 gold apiece, meaning that it undoes a lot of our farming. So the only time we want to hire carpenters is when we're actually going to push the floors and try and do the boss. So till then, we want and we pray that we get, 3-party soda junkie taverns, right? But with the upgrades that we put into it, it should be coming. Nope, there's 2. That's something at least, though. Right? With 2, we can definitely go a little bit further, but I definitely want 3 to do the boss. I don't think we can survive and do the boss, and even if we could, it'll be way too slow, right? Because the boss will get a lot of its own attack animations off. And yeah, we want to do things as quick as possible. In fact, I'll go a little bit further since we have 2 people, right? We can clear the 2 enemy rooms because they won't actually get an attack animation, which means things won't slow down as much as they might. And there's 30 gold, which I think is the next tavern upgrade as well, which is good. So Junkie's also level 2. 1 attack does help out immensely, right? The early levels are really nice. And there we go, finally 3 people. So I will actually grab the carpenter as well, since we're going a bit further. We don't have the 30 gold anymore, but that's fine. Now, the Carpenter goes in 1, since the Soda Junkies are upgraded, their back attack is slightly stronger, but we should be able to go all the way to probably not the boss of floor 20, but we could probably farm past the boss on floor 10, right, and get hopefully 100 gold for the blacksmith. If we get, I think it's 240 gold? Yeah, 240 gold gets you the blacksmith and the wizard tower, because you get 60 gold back for building a blacksmith, as per the quest. So if we could get really lucky and hit 240, we'd be super happy. I don't think we will, though, right? I think we could probably definitely hit the 100, but it'll probably be another run to then unlock the wizard tower. So, first boss down, level 10, nice and simple. Really praying for some gold off the chests, but, you know, most likely never lucky. Nope, there we go, 40 gold. So that's the blacksmith done. So technically, I'm better off just exiting now, since we have the gold we need. There's no point in continuing to farm. It's just a waste of time, right? We've hit the threshold. So we can do that, exit, and then we can build the blacksmith. Perfect. Talk to you, do craft, and then what we want to do is set up liquidate to sell all our resources. Right, gets us a nice chunk of gold. We don't have to turn the quest just yet. This is not a great party comp. Right, again, we want 4 to 5 people at this point. So we're just going to go to floor 5 again, get another one sword. I don't think we have 5 yet. I think 4 is probably the amount we want to farm towards. Oops, I should exit. My bad, slight loss of time. I was trying to check the count. We'll see them as they load here. Right, so we have 6 now. Actually, there we go, that's perfect. 6 is perfect. And we have 4 soda junkies, so that's also kind of nice. We can hire all of them. And I don't know if we can go to the boss of floor 20. How much damage do we have? We have 4, 4, 4, and 6. It's semi-doable. It's probably a risk, though, to go for it. We kind of want one more party member. But, you know, this is testing and trialing, so why not, right? Basically, the floor 10 to 20, you've got the slug enemies and the toad enemies, and they need 10 damage in order to finish them off. So we would like 2 sets of 10 damage, so that we can always pick off 2 of them every round. But if not, it's fine. We can see, we might get good RNG in the actual rooms that show up. Alright, okay, another boss down. Another gold chest, maybe? Yeah, no, wood. Never mind, that was the gold from that. Yeah, so the slug enemies require 3 hits, or 1 hit and 1 back attack. And then this guy requires 2 hits because he has 5. Knowing HP is really important. Mine shaft, well, I'm not going to do that. That is a huge waste of time. But at least we got some gold out of it, right? If we sell stuff and we turn in the quest, we should be able to build the wizard tower, which means we can go from floor 10 to 20, which is fine by me. So turn that in, talk to you, and then liquidate again, 30 gold, and then we also need to sell our weapons, right? We can't get a full 6 comp, so we might as well sell the wooden sword. Don't need to hire anyone. What we do need to build is the wizard tower. Chat them up. Hire, and we'll probably just go get another wooden sword, right? And then we're looking for more party members. Again, 4 to 5 so that we can do the Gorgon boss on floor 20. Preferably a carpenter so we can give them the heal stone, and then we can be quite tanky, right? Everyone should have over 8 HP, meaning that the Gorgon boss can't one-shot us, so having a heal stone really prolongs that fight and allows us to deal enough damage. Right, so this should be perfect. Everyone has a wooden sword, they have a healing stone, and of course we can warp to 10. Right, damage is not so bad. We've nailed it. We can do enough damage to the slugs, so we should be fine here, right? So we can hit you, and we can do 10 damage. Back attack, and then same on this room, right? 1 hit, and a back attack, and perfect clear, right? And then we don't have to sit through any animations. Now, I'm not going to use nailed it. We shouldn't take too much damage here. Even if we do, though, we can heal up, and we just want to stay above 8 HP overall for the boss. Alright, always worth taking a portal until floor 100, right? Then sleep gets thrown into the mix, and sleep is really bad. But we're looking good, right? We will use nailed it to make sure we can deal with the slug. You should do 4 damage, perfect, and then they do 8, not quite enough, but it's fine. And no one's at 8 HP yet. Right, so here we do nailed it. We hit, that's 1 down, and it's only 8, but that's fine. No, it's 6, it's 10. Perfect. Right, and then again, we do want to heal up. So hopefully we don't get too bad of a 19, right? 3 slugs would be really bad. It's not 3 slugs, that's perfect. So we want to deal with the slugs because they have a special ability that slows down our attack, and that's really bad because it sort of just ruins the turn order. Alright, back attack, back, no back attack. Anyway, 10. We don't have to heal again, 8's the threshold. We have 1 heal in the chamber though, but we should have enough damage to clear the Gorgon boss. Deadly Gaze is fine. Deadly Gaze is actually really good because it halves the damage that the person takes. So if she chomps on them then, they'd actually still survive. But we will heal you, so we can last. And it should be next round, right? There should be enough damage, I believe. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Cool, so, for 20 down, now we just have to focus on grinding out 1,000 gold, basically. Once we get 1,000 gold, then we can unlock the Mystics and have a much, much easier time. But, all done. Exits. Right, and our comp is horrible, so that's fine. We can turn the quests, and we want to make 1 iron sword, right? Because we get the materials from the quest. Everything else can stay, though. And we want to basically just now reset the tavern until we get a nice, sizable comp. We might also invest in upgrading. I think I want to get to 5 and 1. I think that's what I normally do, right? 5 and 1, 4 and 1. 4 and 1 might be fine. I want 5 people. Just to make it nice and safe, so we'll enter and exit again, and then hope we get 5 people in the tavern. Fingers crossed. We get ourselves 3. Nope. Now it's just up to RNG whether or not we get enough party members. Kind of seemed like we were getting consistently more people when we had the lesser tavern upgrade. There's 4 again. Do I want to waste the 50 gold? I don't want to waste the 50 gold. 50 gold is actually a lot. Exits. If we get another 4, I'll probably just attempt it, right? Because we're wasting a lot of time trying to reset here. Again, we want Carpenters because they have the high MP basis in order to use the Healing Stone. But come on, just give me 5 people. Let the RNG shine through. Nope. Alright. Next 4 people, as long as there's 1 Carpenter, we'll take it. Fingers crossed. Alright. We'll go with it. So we can move the Iron Sword to you. You back that. And then we should be fine. And we should be able to just scrape through on the boss. Well, actually, depending on the boss's RNG. So the boss on floor 30 has 2 attacks? It might be 3. 2 attacks. One's a tornado that hits 2 people, and one's a single target attack. As long as it's the single target attack, we're happy. Again, always take the paths. Poison is fine. It won't do enough damage. And then also enemy priority. Any of the ghosts we do want to finish off first because they actually have annoying attack animations, right, that take a long time. So we're going to try and make sure to finish them off before they do that. Oh well. We're also kind of low-ish on HP. I don't think we're in one-shot territory, so I don't have to waste time healing. Mini-boss, I will heal up though. So we'll heal the Carpenter since obviously they have the heal stone. And we'll end up taking the damage. 7-7, that's fine. Means this guy's in range though. That's a little bit scary, but we get a key. And we definitely take the warp, right? That speeds things up. Because while we're also trying to unlock the Mystics, we also just want to get as far as possible. We definitely can't do the boss for floor 40. So we will try and clear this room for a little bit of gold. But I think we sort of implement additional strategies, right? In which case we upgrade the tavern and we build another iron sword since we skip the boss. It's a loss of probably about 100 gold, which is sizable. So talk to you, upgrade that, and then craft by 2 more iron. And I should have a wood piece, perfect. And craft the other iron sword. Now you can also make iron rings, and they're tempting because they are a boost of 2 attack, right? And they are cheaper to make, right? So that's something I should consider. But again, we just have to reset until we get 5 people in the tavern. This time, I'm going to say it's a hard necessity that we find 5 people. Otherwise, we just won't have the damage to get done. Nope. I really need to make another save and just test the levels, right? The maximum amount of patrons you can get per combination. There's another 4, that's not good enough. Because I'm curious if you can sort of scrape by with investing less gold into the tavern. Because that would help out. Because being able to, for instance, not grab 2 upgrades of the tavern and instead make a 3rd iron sword would probably really, really help us in terms of pace. But nonetheless, that's, again, why we're testing and sort of figuring stuff out. This will do though, higher, 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 and then we do have to swap the iron swords. We hire the Carpenters first because we want them to have the decent armor, whatever armor we have, in this case the stools, right? Slightly extra HP is always nice. We can also turn auto on at this point. All the enemies are kind of bad. We just want damage to be done to whoever damage can be done to. But it is nice that we're finishing off ghosts. We're not taking too much damage. Would be a little bit better if I bought another heal stone and we had 2 heals, but it's fine. We can use Nailed It on the boss. We do have to burn down the boss on floor 40. He has a swipe, which does 3 on one side, or I should say everyone on one side. He has a poison bubble attack, which does 3 people randomly, and then he has single target attack as well. So 2 out of 3 times he's going to wipe a large number of our party. It also sort of means healing is less relevant when it comes to the actual boss fight, because no matter what, he will out DPS us. But I will take some time to heal up some of them while we're here, right? Because for 38 and then 40 will be a little bit troublesome. 39, sorry, right? Because they're the 3 and 4 enemy rooms. Unless we get a nice another portal. Nope, it's fine. I can turn auto back on. So anyone who drops below 10, I'm probably going to heal up, right? Because I think that's 2-hit territory from the enemies. If we get crits, we're super happy here. 19? Nope. Yeah, if we got another crit, we should have been able to finish off the other skeleton. It's fine, the 2 iron swords will finish off this guy. And then 1 more room to go. So we do want to make sure to finish off as many as possible. I'm trying to do the math in my head of what their HP should be, and I was slightly wrong. Well, with a crit, we could have got this one down as well. So we should have 1 more round of healing, because we shouldn't have enough damage with the skeleton. It's fine. Heal you up. Again, it won't really matter, but just in case. And then we just use Nailed It. Nailed It. Actually, Rock Toss might have been tempting if I had it on any of the So Junkies. Right, there's the swipe. That's unfortunate. Actually, one So Junkie did live. So the best thing we could hope for now is another swipe here. Nope, never mind. We have enough damage. Perfect. Alright, so that's 440 down. Now, 800 gold is the true total we want, because we can grab a little bit more gold from the quest. I think it's 200 for the clear floor 40. So as long as we can get to 800 gold, we're happy. I'm somewhat tempted to try and push here, right? If we get a warp, everything's salvaged. But considering we just lost another party member, I will quit out, and we will regroup. Done. Another healing stone's actually nice. Party's crap though. Go back to 1. Again, we basically just always want 5 people at this point. Let's just enter and exit until we find that. Come on. Nope. Vegetables have way too much HP for us to try it with a full party. Funny enough though, the boss on floor 40 is understated comparatively to all other bosses. So he is actually nice and simple if we can get to him. But getting to him is the issue. We can equip, we can equip. That actually saves me time going back to them. Alright. So the idea here would be we clear the boss and we end up with that 800 gold amount. I don't know if it's going to happen, but, you know, we can hope. Yeah, so it's taking everyone to hit to clear, which is a bit unfortunate. Can we do it without 1? Perfect. Which means we can heal up on the 2 enemy rooms and, well, 3 enemy, 4 enemy, so on. Just as long as we're clearing 1 every time and taking slightly less damage. But it is really important that we get everyone to the boss, because although his HP is weak, getting, you know, 49, 48 again with the 4 and 3 enemy rooms can be really rough. 1 down, and as long as we stay out of 2-hit territory, we're also happy. That might have been a mistake, right? Because now we're taking more damage. And we're cycling into healing. Yeah, I might do this manually so I can do it a bit more effectively. Because, you know, the small enemy rooms, we can take time to heal up now, and it's not as risky. On those enemy rooms, we basically just want to continue clearing. So that we don't have to... Or so that we don't take more damage than how much we're being dealt. Poison, that's fine. It skips our enemy fight, which is the big thing. Again, we can just out-heal it. Down. On blueberry. Right, heal up anyone who gets close. So they do 6 to 7. So as long as we have enough HP. Fine. Probably 10 is the threshold again. Alright, so we do definitely want to try and finish someone off. I should have maybe used Nailed It. Though, no, it's all good. Alright, no one got KO'd. You're still facing the back. And then just 1 more difficult room. We didn't actually clear them. It's a bit annoying. Here are you. This won't clear this little chef guy either. No. That will though. Nope, perfect. I should have maybe defended there just in case the HP. And then, now we just have to pray for RNG that all their damage gets split up. And that's a nope. So I think now we're screwed. We have the 800 gold, which is fine, but if we could have cleared 50, then we'd be able to obviously warp into the dungeon further, and that would have saved, well, however much time it's taking us to clear this, 2 minutes, right? So this 2 minutes, while it's gotten us the gold we need, is now just a huge loss in time. Oh well. Turn in the quests, and unlock the mystics. Up to you. Right, sodas, mystics, and of course we can still liquidate to get 54 gold. We should be able to sell some little swords, some stools. You don't really need the armor, we have more than enough damage now. I can just sell everything. Perfect. We have enough gold to hire mystics as well. So we want 2 mystics for 40 to 60, then 3 for 60 to 80, then 4 for 80 to 100, right? They're the thresholds we're sort of looking at. And no mystics, so that sucks. We're getting really unlucky with the tavern this run, unfortunately. That's fine. We can pray. 2 mystics. Perfect. 1, 2. Still take the soul junkies, because why not? They're just basically damage sponges. Except for the fact that we now don't have enough gold. That should be 18. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that should be fine. I can equip one back. Alright. So now it's all about just casting. Although, single target, we should have enough damage. Actually, we probably don't. Yeah, no, that was dumb. Just double cast, right? 2 casts with the mystics is enough to clear. Done. And done. And basically, this is just our life from now on. Basically, just spamming Torment over and over again until the run's complete. Do we have enough mana to clear 60? I don't think we do, which is unfortunate. Like enough. Again, it would have been significantly better if we could have just got into 50, beat the boss, save the time, and then teleported. I'm gonna normal attack here because we want to conserve the mana. Again, we have 3 Soul Junkies to act as sponges, so the hope is that they take all the damage. We don't have to worry. 21. We might actually be able to cast and then hit. I should probably try at some point. Poison, that's fine. Won't do enough damage. And the 4 enemy rooms, it's definitely double cast. Alright, and then the boss, we have to do 50 something HP, so we will cast on him as well. I'm going to try and go to the pig, I think. No, we only have 9 MP, it's not worth it. But he should be done. Nope, that's fine. We're going to restart anyway. There we go. Yeah, so it's definitely unfortunate that we didn't clear him in the previous run. If we can make that more consistent, that would also really help out. But in the grand scheme of things, this is still not really as relevant, right? This is 30 minutes compared to the other 8 hours of grinding and farming. We got 2 more, which is perfect. We will still hire the full comp, and I will buy the bed. Nope, it's 400 gold. I won't buy the bed at this point. I thought it was 200. It's fine. So I think we should be able to single target here now. And I think it's slightly quicker. No, if they attack, it's not slightly quicker. Alright, stop trying and just cast, right? The 2 casts is enough to clear every enemy in this segment, and then 3 casts is enough for the next segment, so we will have to quit out after the boss as well. It's a bit unfortunate. We should also start ramping up on gold. We should definitely have enough to buy the bed, which means we can start just auto-resetting the tavern, well, by paying gold, which is slightly worse than using the Soul Junkie, but quicker. And do I want to conserve mana? I probably shouldn't have gone for that. Yeah, so basically we can just use the bed to farm up a full comp from now on. Taking a lot of risks. If we get ambushed here, it's kind of not worth it. Another room done. Done. So the other big thing is we do want to level the mystics up, since we'll be using them for the majority of the run. Getting them their unlocks, like MP regen, is really impactful because it allows us to go further into the dungeons without having to reset. So if we can take a full party, even though we don't need a full party to clear X enemy, it's definitely worth it. should also loop you into healing at this point. Perfect. And we can still out-damage the healing thanks to the cast. Always doing a consistent 21. Yeah, so the fact that it starts at such high damage is really good. Especially since it's also AoE. Hopefully we have enough damage here. Please be. Yeah, perfect. Cool. So floor 60 down, 40 to go. And probably looking like a 30 to 35 minute run, which is fine. Again, the RNG hasn't been that great. But we have 1.1k. We're getting some quests too, so that's nice. We don't want to turn in any of the other quests. We don't need the gold that much. So it's better off we just leave them for the next dimension so that we can start it off with some gold. But here we'll use a bed to reset. 4 mystics will be fine. It's not worth investing the gold since the cost to restart goes up and up and up depending on how many you hire. And also who you hire. So for instance, if we hire mystics because they have a high base cost, it increases how much it costs to reset the tavern, which is really bad. We should be able to get away with a hit and then 2 casts. So we can clear the 2 enemy rooms a little bit quicker than just casting 3 times, and also conserve the mana, which is a big thing. Again, always send the path, skips a fight, so that's still quicker. Here we have to triple cast because we can't hit 3 enemies and then double cast. If we had 5 mystics, we'd be able to do almost all the rooms. If we had 6, we'd be able to do every room. So it is kind of worth hiring a full party, but at the same time, we're not that starved for mana. Would be nice if we could go all the way to 80, but I don't think we can unless we get a healing fairy. We just won't have enough. 2 enemies is perfect, as long as no one dies. Right, so now we just double cast, and they still die. And that should be a 3 enemy room, right? No, it's still 2 enemy room. That's perfect. I might need to heal up that mystic so they don't die to poison. I don't know if there's 1 tick or 2 ticks left. The Carpenter we don't really care about as much. Heal? It is a heal, that's weird. It did the HP before it did the mana, so we actually knew it was a heal before the animation played. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. But with this, we can definitely go all the way to 80, which is fantastic. So, boss time. Again, still have to spam cast. Right, it's our highest damage. But we also are at 1,000 gold. We do want to end the dimension with 2k, right? Unlocking the locksmith is just technically a speed increase, right? Because the chance of you getting a warp is overall higher across the longevity of the run. So unlocking the locksmith starting each run with a key is what we want going forward. We should be able to hit and then cast, yeah. Against a single target, that should be enough damage, surely. Finally. I should grab the Stone of Sight, so I can look at enemy HP and understand damage thresholds and everything, so I can do it more optimally. But where's time for that? I suppose though that's the whole point of a testing run. Anyway, there's a clear. 3 enemies is just a triple cast. Ooh, triple cast. I don't know why I thought there was only 2. Alright, we're at 18, no, we're at 15, so we have... Okay, never mind. Okay, I need to slow down. We should do it all with just a mouse, but we should be able to do manual hit here, I think. Yeah. Alright, we're at 15, which is divided by 3. We have 5 casts left, and we have 5 floors. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. You can still cast on everyone. Although we can't skip them, since we only need 3 casts. So we can try to finagle the mana a little bit better, right? So for instance, we can hit with you... cast, hit with the one with lower, and then cast with the one with the highest, and that'll still clear. We also want to make sure that the... Never mind, we didn't do enough damage. That's annoying. We want to make sure that their death animations all play at the same time, right? So if you finish off a group with AoE, all their death animations play on the same tick, which means that they're incredibly quicker. Whereas if you were to say, for instance, cast here, and then we start finishing them off, they'll play one after the other as we clear them, which is pretty much a time loss. Alright, boss time, and there's just the last 20 floors, so we will definitely want to hire a full party of mystics. We shouldn't... I don't think we'll have enough damage here to one around this, so as long as we don't get the AoE, I think we're fine. Although, the majority of people should survive the AoE, that's fine. You get the AoE cast. Also, learning what bosses do is kind of relevant, at least for the early game. Eventually we get to the point where we just have enough damage and we don't care, right? It's just the dimension bosses, the different Dark Lords that really matter. There's some gold, there's useless junk, and we can't continue since we don't have the mana. Let's exit, restock the party. And then, yeah, finish off the dimension. So, we're kind of close to being done, which is really good. It's actually decent pace for derusting, right? Alright. I'm actually going to use the bed, since it costs the least right now, and look for a better start. Since again, once we hire a Mystic, the bed goes up to 60. That's a pretty high increase. With 3, it goes up to 140. But there we go, we didn't spend too much gold. Okay. Now 80, if we know the enemies, we can cast effectively as well. Although we have a magic ring, so we have a lot of MP on the first one, which is really good. So there are elite enemies that have slightly higher HP. You, for instance. So if we hit the snail once, it's now 3 casts to clear both of them. And again, it's just about lining up the death animations so that we can proceed as quick as possible, right? So knowing which enemies are elites and which aren't, or I should say which have the correct damage threshold, HP threshold, is really important. Although, I think the snails have 64 HP. So I think because we have the magic ring, we can still just triple cast. I don't actually have to hit the snail. Let's see. Please be. Right? Everyone? Yeah, okay, perfect. This mini-boss does confusion. Confusion is horrible, so we definitely want to waste mana. Well, it's not really waste. Technically, I could preserve enough mana to probably get to the Dark Lord if I play it smartly. Cast with you, I think I'm going to try. Right, so defend, cast, cast. And we basically just want to spread around whoever's casting so that we can keep them all at similar levels. Ah, there we go. You have higher HP. That was a problem. Cast. And then defend. Slightly slower, but again, if we can get to the Dark Lord in one run, right, going all the way to floor 100, we'll be a lot happier. Alright, I shouldn't risk it with the elites anymore. So cast. Hit you, since they're the elites. And cast. We're at 17, so that is still only 5 sets of casts. That should be fine. So cast. And I think the pigs are elites too, so hit, and then cast. And we're still at 20 and 23. Now, this boss can be difficult though, right? And can basically just wreck up my plans. We can't one-cycle the boss. We just don't have enough damage. So as long as they single target and hit someone and don't kill them, we can definitely go to the Dark Lord. If they kill anyone, we will have to reset and get another comp of 6 Mystics to actually beat the Dark Lord effectively. Let's see. RNG. Oh, almost. Oh well. They're kind of close, I think. Nope, never mind. Don't risk it. Just cast. Perfect. Should really, if I could do a run where I just write down all enemy HPs. That'd be kind of annoying though, slow. But it would be really impactful. Yeah, so since we don't have a full party, I'm just going to quit out. We have to sit through the animations, and of course how long it takes to hire the Mystics, but it should be fine. Come on, be quick. 2. And 1 more. Perfect. So 1.6k. And last 10 floors. So, ideally, we can get this done in under 35 minutes, but I think it'll be close, looking at the recording time. If we get a warp, we'd be super happy. We actually haven't gotten any so far, and that's kind of sad. Because with just a little bit of RNG, right, skipping the right floors, you basically want warps later on, right, like right now. Otherwise, in the early floors, they just sort of wreck your flow of gold. That's kind of more detrimental than you realize. So maybe I shouldn't have taken the one that skipped the boss. Got us to 32. Either way, we should be fine. Again, just make sure we hit the elites. And we don't have to worry about conserving mana or anything like that. We'll definitely have enough when it comes to the Dark Lord. Alright, 5 floors to go. Mini boss time. Everyone just has to cast. I think we have enough. I feel like you have like 80 HP, right? So the next cast should finish you off. Let's see if I'm correct. Is my memory that good? Nope. Higher than 80 something. 100 something. Alright, warp. Still skips a fight, it's fine. Cauldrons are not elites. We can just triple cast on them. We'd like to see more of them. Right, just a full set of cauldrons. Cauldrons? Oh, another skip, at the very least. And a heal, that's kind of okay. And then our last room. Alright, so still a triple cast. We have to deal 1 damage to the Dark Knight. Is that what they're called? I don't know what any of the enemies are actually called in this. There we go. Dark Lord time. So, as per usual, with the rest of the run, just spam cast. And even if he picks off 1 by 1, we'll still have more than enough damage. Shadow Slicer is actually a beautiful start, despite being a very slow animation, because it means that no one dies. Yeah. We don't want him to use it again, though. If he uses it again, then we're screwed, since it will wipe out 2 Mystics. I actually think that will destroy our damage curve, and we won't actually be able to deal with the Dark Lord. He'll end up picking off everyone before we can. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Not another Shadow Slicer. Just a normal attack, please. Yeah, so as long as he just finishes off 1 Mystic round, right, we have more than enough damage to clear him effectively, although it's still kind of slow. If we can turn him around too, we can attack with the Iron Sword. I think the Mystics have enough damage. Just manual hit, which is definitely quicker than using Torment. But he refuses to turn around. Right, I think this is the last round. Right. 300 damage. We did 120, we did 100, and we did 80. Yeah, this should be the last round. Done. There we go. That's Dimension 1. What did we figure out? Not really much. I think I had Dimension 1 pretty down-packed. But going forward, we will have to, trial and error some stuff. And figure out exactly what we need to do to again, speedrun the entire game in a somewhat timely fashion. But, how long did that take us? Took us 34 minutes. There we go. That's not bad. Derusting, sub 35. Again, world record, 26 minutes. But disgusting RNG in that. Nonetheless, we are on to Dimension 2. So, the last things we want to do before we jump to the next dimension, we definitely want to unlock the Locksmith, right? And Liquidate gets us nothing. No use. And there's... well, actually, it's worth just pouring into the upgrades for the tavern. Do that. I doubt we can buy food. No, we can't get 500 gold even with liquidating. Alright, so we'll go into the portal. We'll go to Dimension 2. The relic that we're going to pick is always going to be the attack relic. Right? Because we're farming, the attack relic is more impactful. If we have to, wait turns for our enemies to kill us, not worth it. So I think that's the logic. Don't take the HP because basically we're just going to farm up so that we have more than enough damage to clear. And if we don't, well, then we're not farming enough. At least that's my philosophy. Alright, so that's Dimension 2. Get rid of that. And yeah, there we go. First run in, 35 minutes. I think we can do it around 10 hours. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.